Hey everybody, what is up? Free Agent Bowler in with you. Thanks for coming by to check out the channel. If you're new here, welcome in. I'm glad you came by. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. It means a ton to me that you guys keep doing this. I hope you'll keep finding use in these videos, and I really enjoy the interaction via email and the comments, and I'm always willing to help if I can, so don't hesitate to reach out. Before we get too far into this, guys, I want to give you an announcement. So as we move into future videos, you are going to start seeing different bowlers bowl with me. Some of the best bowlers in Denver are going to be joining me in some of these videos. Some of them are staff players, so it'll have to be depending on which ball it is. But keep your eyes open, because some of the best bowlers in Denver, some of the best guys that bowl in this state are going to be on these videos. So make sure you stay tuned for that. 3 promises as always, guys. I'm a non-staffer. This is a non-staff review. You're going to get good, bad, everything in between, and that is by design. Number 2, guys, every ball that I review has at least 10 games on it. This one had 14 as of the shooting of the video. And number 3, guys, is just about honesty. I just want you to know when you come in and you look at my videos, you're getting a real unbiased, non-staff swayed perspective. And hopefully you find it useful for your needs as you move forward in deciding if a ball is going to work for you. I don't know. I don't know that there's bad balls. I know that there are bad shots, and there are, some balls that fit players better than others, but my goal is to give you the truth no matter what. So here you see the Venom Fatal and the Venom Shock, which you'll see going down the lane here in just a minute. Make sure, it is the holidays, guys. Make sure you go by buddiesproshop.com for the bowler in your life. Make sure you enter the code FABOWL5. That'll give you 5% off. Some of that is manufacturer price protected, but generally it works. If you got a bowler in your life, make sure you get there. Check it out. All right, so right off the bat, let me just tell you what this ball is, hallmark-wise. Consistent. That is the hallmark. It is consistent. It is the perfect lower flare pearl for someone who is looking for a lower flare pearl. Now, that said, that is more for speed dominant guys. That said, if you are a rev dominant bowler, you're a slower speed rev dominant guy, this thing has the potential to absolutely hook off the lane. Absolutely, for sure. It has got a lot in it depending on how you throw the ball and how you lay it out. For me, this is a ball that I'm going to use when maybe one of my other pieces is getting too angular in the back. I need to take some of that out of there, kind of smooth it a little bit, play some straighter angles, and maybe the lanes are starting to dry out or something. This thing, it's not a quick responding ball to friction. I've noticed that it doesn't really have that left turn Clyde type thing going on that so many pearls do. I usually always change. If you've been watching this channel for any amount of time at all, you know that I almost always change the surface of a pearl just because it a lot of times gets too angular in the back for me. This one doesn't have that. It doesn't have that propensity. It is just a very, very smooth ball, and that is for sure the hallmark, is the consistency. The motion really never changes. I've used it here in Colorado. I've used it at multiple houses. I've used it everywhere, and the motion just, guys, it never changes. It's always the same. So very encouraged by that. Through 14 games now, about 18 with this ball, I'm averaging 234, almost 235. And I'm striking 68.76% of the time. So it's venturing up to that 69-70% category. First game out of the box at this ball, guys, was a 279. And I could have done the review right then, because nothing has changed from when I first threw it. The motion is the same, the ball is the same, it reacts the same, everything is the same. This is an exemplary piece, and to be honest, it's one of my favorite pieces that I've seen from Motiv in a long time. The Alpha Jackal was great. The Jackal Flash was great. I've done a few Motiv pieces, but this one really stands out to me as the one that I just absolutely love. I will tell you, and I usually wait to tell you till later in the video, this will not replace the Venom Shock Pearl. because they are so much different that I think they actually kind of are complementary to each other, at least for me. This ball will be a step down from the Venom Shock for me, and I'm okay with that. That's kind of what I was hoping for. But this piece is, guys, just so consistent. It just, nice length, not too long, nice length, nice angular motion, but not like left turn. Like I said, it's just a very smooth, usable motion, and that's what you want. I mean, really, some guys prefer to have that big sweeping hook that looks like a hockey stick. I'm not that way. When I have that, I leave a ton of 9 pins, and generally when I leave single pins, that's what I leave, is 9 pins. So here's the image of the game. I'm going to do this from now on. I had an email, guy says, well, how do we know you're shooting 230s or 220, whatever? And it's like, well, because I showed you the game. And he goes, but we don't really know it. I said, okay. So I'll start including that shot in every single video. I used to do it when it was only above 250, but it'll be in all of them now. So does it make the bag? Is it the main bag or one of the totes? For now, it's going in the main tote. This will replace the Ebonite Allure, and that's a great ball, but this thing is too good to not be around. So final grade here, A+. Let's look at this score sheet. This really kind of blew me away. So appearance, I gave it a 10. I know it's subjective, and some of you guys are like, we don't need to know that. But it's a factor for some people. So I gave it a 10. This thing looks freaking rad. Reliability, if you're new here, that is the motion that's built into the ball with the core and the cover. Is it a motion that is reliable to strike? And the answer with this ball is absolutely, for sure. Repeatability is, if I'm standing on the lanes and I'm doing everything the same, I'm on the approach, I'm delivering the same, the ball's going roughly the same speed, everything is consistent, I'm hitting the mark, is it going to be repeatable? Absolutely it is. I gave it 10 points there. Finish, I have experienced a little more deflection with this ball than I would care to see, but honestly, guys, it retains its energy so well. It doesn't seem to usually when I'm deflecting, I'm leaving 10 pins, and this doesn't do that. I don't really leave 10 pins with this ball. So I gave it an 8 on finish, but the hitting power is very good. Like I said, the energy is there. It carries it down lane, retains a lot of it, and it really gets through the deck pretty efficiently. So 47 points and an A+. Guys, this is the highest scoring ball that I have done to date. But what really tells the story here is the price to performance ratio, 0.94. That is super, super rare air. So let's take a look at some different angles here. You're going to see me throw the Venom Fatal. You're going to see me throw the Venom Shock, and you're going to see me throw the Venom Shock Pearl coming up. So here's the Fatal, and just where I was throwing, just kind of down in the track area, what I was doing, here it is. So now let's look at the Venom Shock, and you're going to notice a distinct difference in motion. The Venom Shock reads earlier and far more aggressively. Check that out. You see that? Man, I love that ball. That's a good ball. The Venom Shock is, for me, the Fatal is going to be a step down. For some people, it might not be that way, but for me, being a speed kind of player, it will be a step down. So let's start moving left. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. We're going to get to 15. Check this out. See that motion? Very smooth, not a ton of back end angle. Let's look at the Venom Shock. Same line. I had to get it out there a bit, but look at that. You see the difference between those two? And then just for comparison, here's the Venom Shock Pearl. See how much more angular that is than the Venom Fatal? And look at that 9-pin. Here's the slow-mo versions of it. So the Fatal got out to about 6, and it barely made it back, right? But these balls, the Shock and the Venom Shock Pearl, get out to the same zone and really make pronounced moves back to the pocket. Check that out. See that? Therein is one of the differences. I feel like these three can be a great arsenal in and of themselves. So now I'm even further left. We're going to lay it down about 25, get it over 20, out to about 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there. Here's the Venom Shock. I tried to put it down right where it was, and I did, and look at that. It read early and had more. I missed a hair there, but And then here's the Venom Shock Pearl, over 20, out to about 6 or 7, I guess. But here's the slow-mo versions of it. The reality is, the Venom Fatal is a much smoother ball than the Venom Shock Pearl and the Venom Shock. For me, like I said, it's a step down and not a step over. I feel like you could use these three in any way you really wanted to. I think they work well together, and it's definitely worthy of consideration. So, what's in the bag? I'll show you. Here's what's in the bag. You've got the Venom Shock Pearl, which is in there. It's been in there. It's going to stay in there. It's just too good to not be in there. I like it too much. And we got the Results, which I've shot a couple 300s with, which I also love. We've got the Decree, which is back in there. $100 ball, performs really well. The Phase 3 is in there and will stay there for a while, I think. The Results Solid is so complementary to the first Results. It has to be in there. I carry a 6-ball bag, and these are the 6 that are in there right now, and then I have a 3-ball tote. So the Results Solid, and then of course, not to be forgotten here, and last but certainly not least, is the Big Bowling Shim Record. Fantastic ball. If you haven't watched that video, I would encourage you to check that out because it is such a good ball. Just a fantastic piece. So what's in the main tote? This is the main tote. It's got the Black Pearl Bloody Ocean, the Venom Shock, and now the Venom Fatal. The Venom Fatal kicks the allure out of the bag and comes in, and guys, I really like the way this arsenal shapes up. One super angular pearl, one not so angular pearl. What's next? I'll show you. 2 things. All of them, guys. The third one is done, or second from left, depending on how you're looking at it, is done. The other 3 are on the way, and I will be throwing those. And I will also be doing my very first retro ball review. Check this out. This is the DV8 Poison. I've had more people ask me to throw this ball than any ball that I've gotten messages about. I talk about how hard it hits. I talk about what it does to the pins, and this is a good example right here. Check this out. Boom. That ball is nasty. Make sure for the bowler in your life, it's Christmas. Merry Christmas to you guys. If you're looking for something for someone who you know that's a bowler, make sure you use that code there, FABowl5, get your 5% off. I want to say thanks to Arapahoe for allowing me to come in like they always do. And don't forget, guys, like I mentioned earlier in the video, very soon you're going to see some of the best bowlers in Denver in these videos with me, and it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. So check it out. Different angles, different looks. It's really going to change the dynamic of these videos. So thanks to them. And then as always, Bobby's Pro Shop. Guys, both of these businesses are small, family owned. In Colorado, we're locked down again. So even getting into bowl is a privilege. But if you're looking for something and you're in the market locally, make sure you check these guys out. They're great, great people. And then I want to say thanks to you guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe for the new stuff. Got questions or anything? Email me right there. I'm usually pretty good at getting back to you. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.